is going to be 90 degree minus theta. Similarly over here, this one is going to be 90 degree minus theta. So I hope everybody can understood these steps. So I am not going to elaborate it in any way. And ultimately, these two are still making 90 degree with respect to your E vector. Okay. This top face and this bottom face, both of them are making an angle of 90 degree with respect to the electric field. So therefore, these two terms are going to be equated to 0. So you will add all of them. So the answer at the end is going to turn to be 0. Okay, so it is going to be, the flux is going to be 0. Now, obviously here we are making calculation and we have proved that it is going to be 0. But you have understood the concept, then obviously without any calculation, step calculation, you can also directly write it as 0. Because over here, as you can see, no charge is being enclosed by this cube. So if no charge is going to be enclosed by the cube, obviously no net flux is going to come out of this cube. It is just placed inside an uniform electric field where the amount of electric field that is entering into it is also same as that it is coming out. So net flux is going to be 0. Okay. So in first year, you may have to calculate all these things, but if you are appearing for any exam like GATE or IES over there, you simply have to put a 0 over here because hardly it will come for 1 mark. And you have only half a minute of time to solve. So over there, your concept is going to give you the answer as 0. So I hope everybody have understood. Let us move on to the next problem. Okay. So now the next problem is the electric flux through a sphere. Okay. Now, please don't look at this. Just read the question and try to solve it yourself. There is a point charge. Okay. This is 3 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb. It is surrounded by an imaginary sphere of radius r is equal to 0.2 meter centered on the charge. Okay. That means it is the Gaussian surface. Find the resulting electric flux through the sphere. That's it. Okay. Now, how to solve this problem? That Gauss law, and I hope everybody have understood it. We have solved a number of problems on that, and I hope you people can easily solve it. Yes, somebody is trying to tell me something. Yes, any sort of problem? Okay, fine.
Sir, can,
Yes, yes, please tell me.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Oh, voice is breaking. Breaking or there is some background noise.
No, sir, breaking.
My dear, I don't have control over it because I am using my hotspot to take your class. Previously, we were taking our class from the college, and in college we have very high speed internet because of leased lines. And over here, I have to depend on my Jio mobile. So please cooperate. At least you people can see the slides. Is it okay?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please cooperate what we can do because everybody is in problem. So let us manage, let us cooperate with each other and try to take our class as usual. Okay, now you people have to solve that problem. Now come on, do it. And that's a very easy problem and I hope everybody can answer it. So without wasting time, please try to solve it. Come on, do it yourself.
Sir, please show the question, sir.
Okay, I will not show the question because there may be some students who will just copy it down, but I want you people to solve it. So I'll write down what are the data. I will explain you what is the question. Okay. So just have a look over here. So basically we are having, let us say, a point charge. Okay. You are having a point charge over here, right? And this point charge is carrying a charge of Q is equal to 3 micro coulomb. Okay, so it is having a 3 micro coulomb is the charge which is on this particular point charge, right? Now we have a sphere, imaginary sphere, which is going to surround it. So this is the sphere which is going to surround it. So this sphere is going to be surrounding it, and moreover, it is placed in such a way that the center of this Gaussian surface is going to merge with the center of this point charge. Okay? Right? And the second important thing is that is given in the problem is that the radius is equal to 0.2 meter. So the given data, so let us write down what are the given data over here. So it is given that your Q is equal to this much. Fine. Next we have the radius R is equal to 0.2 meter. Okay. Right. Now you have to find what is the electric field. That's it. Nothing more than that. Now come on, do it. Yes, can you do it or not? It's quite an easy problem. Not a big deal at all. We have solved problems of this type. So this is the problem. Now please do it yourself. Every time the teacher will not be available to you to solve. You have to give it a try. Now come on, do it. Okay. Yes. Now tell me how I am going to solve it. Come on. Yes.
So first you find the electric field E.
Yes, we have to find the electric field at the point. Okay, as I told you, this is a Gaussian surface. Now the question is a little bit twisted. Twisted in words. That means it is saying that there is a Gaussian surface. Then what is the meaning of Gaussian surface? The meaning of Gaussian surface is that you have to draw, or you have this Gaussian surface is going to pass through the point P over here. Okay. So this Gaussian surface is going to pass through this point P. Okay. Now find the electric field at the point P, as well as what is the total electric flux that is coming out of this Gaussian surface. The question is this much. Now come on, do it. The question is very simple. Find the electric flux. I have just added another term, that what is the electric field at the point P. I hope everybody can solve it. It's not at all a big deal. Yes. Who will tell me the first step? Okay. What is the electric flux? So how I am going to do it?
Q by epsilon naught.
Okay, that's correct. It is, so your electric flux phi E is equal to Q enclosed. It's going to be Q enclosed. Now you people continue doing it. I am only writing for those who are not able to understand it. So it is going to be Q enclosed. Okay. Q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay. So how much is the Q enclosed? Yes, who will tell me how much is the Q enclosed?
3 microcoulomb.
Yes. 3 micro means how much?
3 into 10 to the power minus 6.
That's correct. Thank you. 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Divided by epsilon 0. What is its value? 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 or 19. I didn't remember. Yes, who will tell me? I didn't remember the value. Please tell me. Nobody, even you people.
Minus 15.
9.
9. I don't think so.
Minus 15.
-1.
No, I don't think so. Let me check it. Okay, it is minus 12. Okay. Now do it, do it. Use your calculator to solve it. Use your calculator to solve it. Okay. So, what is your phi E? How much is your phi E?
26.45 into 10 to the minus 18.
26.45.
45.
I don't think so. Let me see whether it is correct or not. No, it is not correct. Okay, it is not correct. Please check it for yourself once again. Please check it for yourself.
Sir, 0.34 in 10 to the power 6.
0.34, okay. 34
Yes,
into 10 to the power
6.
6, okay. 10 to the power 6, which is nothing but it is 3.4 into 10 to the power 5. Am I correct? So this is going to be equal to 3.5 into 10 to the power 5. Are you getting this answer? Are you getting this much or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the right way to do it. Now, even though this question is not given, I am asking you, what is the electric field at the point P? Now you have to answer it. I will not tell a single word. I will not tell you the method. Now you simply have to do it. Now
So
find the electric.
8.33 10 to the minus 15.
Okay, let us see whether you are correct or not. So, what's your name?
So Sibun.
Okay, Sibun, please tell me the steps you have adopted to solve it.
So first, so Q by
Yes.
4 pi epsilon r square.
No, that is not the thing I want you people to follow. I knew you people will follow the formula directly. But remember, always use the generalized method to solve it. Now, because why I am telling you, it is not wrong at all. That is absolutely correct. Now, the best thing is that if you are going to use the generalized form of your electric flux, then you simply don't have to remember all those formulas. Okay? So remembering the formulas and solving may be sometimes be of a disadvantage to us because you may miss out or you may get confused. So rather than doing that, let us do one thing. Let us use the generalized form. Okay. So how I am going to use the generalized form? Have just to have a look. Definitely I am going to do it like this. Okay. So this over here, I will write E. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just have a look how I am doing it, and I hope everybody can understand what I am actually going to do. It is E vector, okay? Then I'll multiply this with sorry, the system sometimes hangs. Okay, so over here again I will write. So over here it is dA, dA. Okay, now I will use this method. Okay, I will use this one to solve because over here you don't have to remember anything, right? So if I am going to do that, then obviously I am going to get E. Okay, so I am going to get E dot Okay, please do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't look at my equations. I am doing it in a different way. Over here, I am going to write down this dA. Okay. And this is going to be my E vector. Okay. So if this is the case, now what I am going to do? So this is equal to E vector will, okay, let us forget about this vector. Now simply write down it in terms of its magnitude. So E integration of dA. Now who will tell me what will be the answer over here?
4
What
pi
is
4
the
pi r square.
now 4 pi r square, that's correct. So 4, then I have this pi, I have pi, then I have the r square. Now what is the value of r over here? It is equal to 0.2. So 0.2 square, that is 0.04. Okay, fine. So how much it is coming? Please see it for yourself. Please calculate it and tell me.
Sir, electric field.
No. It should be E and some terms will come. Just calculate 4 pi into 0.04.
Sir, 0.502.
Is it coming 0.502? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? 0.502, right? It is coming this much?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is equal to how much? Can anybody tell me? This is equal to how much?
3.5 into 10 to the power 5.
Yes, that's correct. It is equal to 3.5 into 10 to the power 5. Okay. So from here, you can easily find out the value of this E. Now find the value of E. I know this question was not part of the question in the book, but knowingly I have given this question so that you people will find the different types of problem related to this type of questions, right? So this is going to come as 3.5 into 10 to the power 5. So let us see. So over here, now how much you got?
So 6.76.
6.972.
Okay, let us see whether it is coming that much or not. Okay, so you are getting how much? 6.97
into 10 to the power. Into
into
10 to
10
the
to the
power
power 5, right?
5. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope this answer is correct, and I'm very happy that you people have done it yourself. Thank you very much. Now, what is the other thing that I need to do? Yes, come on, tell me. What else I have to do? Yes, who will tell me? Come on. Now, is this the absolutely correct answer? Or I am missing out something? Yes, come on, tell me. Yes, who will tell me? What is that thing that I am missing out? Not a single one. I have already written it. But still you people can't make out. What is electric field? Is it a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? So obviously it is a vector quantity. If it is a vector quantity, then obviously it is going to have some direction. Now the direction part is going to be given by, who will tell me? What should I write over here? Yes, please tell me. Come on, tell me. Okay, not a single one. Nobody. It is going to be A.
AR.
Yes, AR cap. That's correct. Please don't forget about this particular direction. It is very necessary. Okay. So this is the correct answer. And can anybody tell me what is its unit?
Newton per coulomb.
Newton per coulomb, or I can simply write it as voltmeter. Okay. Voltmeter is also the same thing. It is the unit. And rather, when we talk about this electrical things, we always try to answer it, or the unit should be in terms of electrical terms, not mechanical terms. Newton is a mechanical term, so rather we sometimes prefer to write it in voltmeter. Okay. So I hope everybody have understood. Yes.
If we take Q by 4 pi epsilon r square, the answer is different.
Is it? If I am going to take that, it coming different.
Sir,
Yes,
you have taken approximation, sir. 0.34 को 3.5 ले लिए.
Okay, let me see. It is coming 3.4 into 10 to the power 5. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And how much we got over here? 3.5. So it is not a very big deal, because
No,
just
sir,
look over here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just look over here. 3.5 followed by 5 zeros. Okay. And this term is 3.4. It's not that means different. Okay, so here we have given some approximation, and there also we made some approximation. So that's why it is coming differently. So it is not a big deal, because you see here area is given as 0.503, and over here we
By
have
this method, by that method, I am getting 8.33 into 10 to the minus 15. 8.33 into 10 to the minus 15.
10 to the minus 15. No, it may not come like that.
Sir, it is.
Yes, sir.
No, it will not come in that way. There may be some calculation mistake, I suppose.
So
Just have a look. So Q enclosed, Q is 3 into 10 to the minus 6. That's well and good. This is 8.85 into 10 to the minus 12. So
I'm saying, sir, Q by 4 pi epsilon r square, that method.
yes, no problem. Okay, I have that method as well over here. So Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Over here also we have made this thing. So this term multiplied with 4 pi r square, it is going to result in how much you are getting? 3.4. Yes.
So if we take 3 into 10 to the minus 6 by 9 point into 10 to the power 9 into 0.2 square, then so 1 by 4 pi epsilon equals to 9 into 10 to the 9.
I could understand what you are telling. 9 into that Q into 9 into 10 to the minus a. That's correct.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting. I'm going to do a mistake.
Okay, fine.
I'm taking the 9.10 to the 9 into denominator. It is also in numerator, sir.
Okay. So I hope everybody have understood it. Okay, even I am thankful to you. You have approached in a different way by making use of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 as 9 into 10 to the 9. So that's also a correct one. So there are multiple ways you can approach. So you have all the liberty, you have all the freedom to apply your own method, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. So I am very happy that you people have given it a try. So we have tried to solve this problem in two different ways, and even by applying different
Sir.
methods also. Yes.
Sir, you have written 3.5 in 10 to the power 5 at last.
Okay. Then it should not be.
Sir,
So how much?
magnitude is 6.97.
Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry. Okay. So it's okay. Let us write it as 7. Okay, fine. So 6.97 is almost same as that of 7. If nothing, we can also write it as 6.97. It is always better to go for, because this is 10 to the power 5. Obviously, there will be a lot of change. So let us keep it as 6.97. Okay. So thank you. You have pointed out the wrong thing. Thank you very much. Okay. So next, what we will do now today, whatever needs to be covered, we have covered. Now let us go for some sort of tinkering type of questions. Okay, I have some of them over here. Okay. Now please go through this question. Test your understanding. This is a conceptual problem. Let us try to solve it. Now the question is, rank the following surfaces in order from most positive to most negative electric flux. Okay. Now there is a flat surface. There are 4 number of bits. You have to arrange them in increasing order. Okay. That means from the rank the following surfaces in order of most positive to most negative. That means in decreasing order of their flux. Okay. Now, the first surface is given, it is a flat rectangular surface with area vector this much in a uniform electric field, which is given by this vector. Now, you can easily, you all know how to solve it. It is E vector dot A vector. That means over here, you are going to make use of the vectors. Okay. Now, you people start solving this problem. Please note it down. Please note it down. Please note it down and try to solve it. Is it visible to you all or not? Come on, do it. So you have the E vector, you have the A vector. Okay. Now you can easily find out the flux by writing E vector dot A vector. And I have already in the first class, in the introduction classes, I have told you how to carry out these types of problem. Okay, start solving. Shall I answer one of these questions or you solve it? If there is anyone who feels a little bit less confident to solve it, please tell me. I am over here to solve it. Okay, can anybody tell me what is the value of this one?
0. Sir, 0.
Yes,
0.
that's correct. It is equal to 0. That's correct. Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone who can't find out, find the answer to be equal to 0? Please tell me, I will solve it. Okay, let me do it. The one of the bit, let me do it, because there may be some students who may not be able to carry out. So let me answer it first. You people carry on. Have you noted down the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you people keep continuing solving the
Just
problem.
1 second, please.
Sir, order is 4213.
Okay, let us see. Okay, you want to see the question? Okay, just have a look. So this is the question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I am keeping it for some time. Maybe there are some students who have not noted down the question. Note it down.
So 3 and 4 are same, and 2 is 6, 1 is 0.
6. Three
So
6.
3 and IV are
1 is
same,
0.
and 1 is
Okay.
0, and 2 is 6.
2 is 6. Okay.
Sir, order is 4213.
4213. Okay. What's your name?
Ashutosh.
Okay. Asutosh has got it as 4213. Very nice. Let us see. Okay. I am giving some time for the other students to solve it. Then after that, we will try to solve it and see the answer. Okay. Just have some little bit of patience and see how others are doing. Thank you for your quick answer. Okay. So Asutosh, you are absolutely correct. You are all absolutely correct. So the order is 4213. Okay. Let me tell you, is there anyone who have not understood or don't know how to solve it? Then just have a look over here. I am trying to solve it for you people only. Okay. So E vector is given as, okay, E vector is given like this. E is equal to, so it is given 4j, okay, 4j, that's it. Now 4j means, what is, we can write it in total as 0I plus 4j plus 0k, okay. Similarly, your A vector is a vector is equal to, now it is given as 6I cap, okay, 6I over 6I, and this is equal to how much? It is equal to 6I plus 0j plus 0k. That's it. Okay. Now, when we are trying to dot multiply them, so E dot A. Okay. So what we need to do? It is nothing but how much? 0 into, sorry, 0 multiplied with 6. Term by term, we will multiply and we will add the coefficients of this I, J, and K. So in this case, this one is 0 multiplied with, sorry, this one is 0 multiplied with 4. Fine. Next, plus 0 into 0, 0 into 0. So ultimately, this is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the first bit. Right. I hope other bits you can do it. So this was the first bit, bit 1. Fine. Or is there any doubt? I hope everybody have understood it. Now let us go for the second bit. Let us go for the second bit. Okay, let me do it. The second bit, let me do it. I hope Other bits you can do it yourself. Okay, so the second bit is E is given as 4I. It's given as 4I. So over here, in place over here, I'll write 4. Okay, it is given as 4I plus 4I plus 2j. The other term is 0. Now A is given as 3j. Okay, so A is given as 3j. So 3j means this term is 0, this one is 3, and this one is again is 0. So if I'll multiply, this is going to be 4 cross 0. This one is going to be 2 with 3. This one is 0 multiplied by 0. So ultimately this is going to come as 6. Okay. So in this way, you people need to solve this problem. Is there anyone who has not understood even this problem? You can please note all this thing for yourself and you solve it or try to understand it at your home and you can do it. Okay. Is there anyone who has not understood? I don't think everybody should have understood these steps. Okay. Now let us go for the next problem. Next conceptual problem. Now note down this one. So there is a figure. This figure shows 6 point charges that all lie in the same plane. Okay. All of them are lying on a same plane. Plane means it is a 2-dimension. 5 Gaussian surfaces S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5 each encloses part of this plane and figure shows the intersection of each face with the plane. Rank these 5 surfaces in order of their electric flux through them from most positive to most negative. Now do it. Okay, let me put it over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Great. Do it, do it. This is an interesting problem. Yes. Come on, tell me.
Sir, S1 is 0.
Okay.
S1 and S3.
S1 and S3 are 0.
S2 is 7 coulomb
S2 is 7 coulomb.
and
It's not
S4 is
coulomb.
1 coulomb, S5 is 6 coulomb.
S5. What about S4? You have missed out S4.
1 coulomb.
S4
sir.
is 1 coulomb.
Okay. What about S5?
6 coulomb.
6 coulomb. Okay. These are the charges enclosed. Okay. But it is asked to find what? What? The electric flux. So what you are going to do? Just divide them by epsilon 0. That's it.
S2 is 0.79 into 10 to power 6.
Okay, okay, whatever it may be. But the means whatever you have solved, that is the correct one. So those, is there anyone who has not solved? Okay. Now those who can't make out, please look how I have done this. Now this S1, this is your S1, and see it is not containing any charges. Okay, so it encloses no charge. What about this S2? Where is S2? S2 is over here. It is the bigger one, biggest ellipse. Okay, or biggest surface. So how much is the total charge? -7 plus 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5, it is 14, minus 7, it is coming as 7. Now what about S3? Do it. Just have a look. Where is S3? S3 is over here, the second biggest. Okay? Sorry, the third biggest. So over here it is 9 plus 1, that is 10, minus 10. So ultimately it results in a 0. S4, 8 minus 7, 1. And what about S5? S5 is completely enclosing all of them. So it is coming as 6 microcoulomb. And if I am going to ask you what is the electric flux, just divide it by epsilon 0. That's it.
Sir, can we rank electric field in this question?
You want the electric field, okay?
No, sir. Can we rank electric field in this question?
No, you cannot do it. Why? Why you cannot do it? Just tell me.
Sir, surfaces, due to surfaces.
No, no, this is a surface charge. Obviously, you can find the electric field by application of Gauss law for a surface charge. Now, why you cannot do that will come, or that you will understand if you will solve the third question. The third question is this one. Now, look at this question. You place a known amount of charge Q on the irregularly shaped conductor shown in the figure. If you know the size and shape of the conductor, can you use Gauss law to calculate the electric field at arbitrary position outside the conductor? Okay. Now, just look over here. This is a surface. Doesn't matter if it is a surface, it is a plane surface, it is 2D or 3D, doesn't matter. Gauss law can be is equally applicable to a point charge, a plane or a surface charge, as well as for volume charge. It is applicable to all these three types of dimension. Now the question is, in this particular case, you cannot use Gauss law. Now why you cannot use Gauss law? That I will tell you after you solve this problem. Because your question, the solution to your question lies in the solution of this problem. That's a very beautiful doubt you have asked. The timing is perfect. Now, just go through this problem. This is a conceptual problem. It is simply asked, can you use Gauss law to calculate the electric field at any arbitrary position outside the conductor? Okay. Now you see, this is the surface of the conductor. Okay, this is the, let us say, this is a conductor with very irregular surface. Okay, and the charges are enclosed inside the surface. Maybe this is an insulated conductor. Okay, in case of insulated conductor, the charges will be on the inner periphery of the surface. Now, if this one is the Gaussian surface and I want to find the electric field at this point, can I use Gauss law to find the electric field or not? Can I use? What is the definition of Gauss law? Yes, in the first class I have told you, okay, let us see what is the definition of this Gauss law. We have been, people have Study now. Just go through these points. Go through these points. What it is written, and while I was teaching you each and every word, I have told you to take into account the importance of each and every word. Okay, just go through it and try to answer the other one. Okay.
Sir, Gauss law uses symmetry.
Yes, that's the correct one. Very good. Excellent. You have answered it perfectly. Now, as I told you, just have a look over here. Here, the surface is not uniform. So uniformity cannot be maintained. Okay, this is a irregular cross-sectional area. And as I told you that Gauss law makes use of the symmetry in order to calculate it. I'm sorry. Gauss law makes use of the symmetry. And here symmetry doesn't exist at all. Why? Because this is a irregular surface. And in case of irregular surface, you cannot maintain symmetry. Okay? So if that is the case, then how come you are going to apply this Gauss law? It is not possible. Got it? So here, I
Yes,
you
sir.
people can see, just look over here, what it is written. Gauss law makes use of the symmetry present in different configuration. Okay, so this is the configuration, and this configuration is very irregular. Okay, if it would have been a circular cross-sectional area, doesn't matter, you can very well apply. Cross-sectional area means if it is a circle, I am not talking about a cylinder. If it is a circle, it is a two-dimensional thing, and over there you can very easily apply Gauss law, because in that case regularity is maintained and symmetry do exist. So you can very well apply Gauss law. But in this case, the surface area or the cross-sectional area is irregular, so you cannot apply Gauss law. So that is the thing we have written over here. Okay. Next, please note down your assignment problems. So note down these two assignment problems. In the next class, you try to solve it. Okay, just note down these assignment problems. Don't take it lightly. Try to solve this problem. So with this, we completed this chapter in full and final. So tomorrow we'll start with another new chapter. Okay. So chapter number 21 is complete. Chapter number 22 is complete. We'll start with chapter number 23. Actually, do you all have the soft copy of the book?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then just note down the number. These are the exercise problem 22.14, 22.22. Okay, just note it down, solve those problems. Tomorrow, I will again come back to these two problems. You today you solve the problem, make one copy or take some paper and just write down this, solve these two problems. Keep it with you people. Whenever I will ask for it, you will just take a photocopy and you can send it to me by converting it to a PDF. Okay, so we'll end our class over here. So tomorrow in first I will try to solve these two problems. Then we will move on to the next chapter, that is chapter number 23. Okay. Please be
Yes, sir.
online. Let me take a print screen. Okay, it's already time. If you want, you can leave. No problem.
Sir, we have class, sir.
Okay, you leave, no problem.
Sir, after that we have class.
I just can't make out. What do you want to tell? I just cannot make out. No, in this link. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I am sorry. I have to leave the class. I am very sorry. Okay, I have to leave the class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, have a nice time.